Hello and welcome to Industry Insights, our Property Matters look at the world of property finance today. And joining me to do this is Lucy Waters, Managing Director of Aria Finance. Welcome to you, Lucy.
Thanks for having me back.
The first subject I just want to have you talk about really is the level of building that's going on in the new homes market, which isn't looking too good at the moment, is it?
No, it's pretty abysmal actually. I would say starts are at their all-time low, and that's across sort of small and medium, but also some of the larger house builders. From a finance perspective, there's plenty of liquidity in the market, and actually what I'm hearing from a lot of lenders and a lot of banks is that they all want more deal flow, but it's just not there because the number of units are just not being started due to various planning delays, building compliance, and also fear of the market around construction costs and end values, because values have really come off. And I think there's an anticipation that that might persist with interest rates remaining high and being anticipated to go up as well.
The sad thing about this is that this is the government that has actually given out one of the most ambitious targets for house building, and yet starts are at an absolute low.
Yeah, it's very ironic. I think it was ambitious in the first place because we've not hit those sorts of numbers ever.
No.
And it was ambitious in the first place. Obviously, there are some things which have been unforeseen in the market, some of which couldn't have been helped from a UK political perspective. More needs to be done. It's about the result. And ultimately, if we're faced with these headwinds, we need to try and find a way to unlock that for developers. And it doesn't seem to be getting much better. Whilst there's reports that BSR have started to speed up the processing times, there's still lots of complaints around how long that takes and planning and things being knocked out for reasons which don't seem to be particularly material. The whole process for developers and what they have to go through is quite frankly just unworkable in many cases. The sites just are not stacking up.
I mean, you can see down here in Canary Wharf with the developments down here, when you're watching a development come out of the ground and go up, it's relatively quick, perhaps a couple of years or 2.5 years. But from beginning to end, it can be anything for 6-7 years, can't it, for a substantial development? And that just really isn't good enough. It's just not going to solve the housing problem, is it? But I suppose the other thing is that we've got to be careful not to just build a lot of rubbish just to hit the numbers. I suppose
Absolutely.
That's a consideration.
The confidence in the sales needs to be there, and at the moment the market's not moving in the way that we need it to underpin the gross development values. And as you know, we've seen a lot of buy-to-let landlords who are sitting on their hands now. They're not looking to acquire new properties, so you don't have that market to help boost sales either.
No, I suppose the only good thing about the buy-to-let market is there are, this year it seems, a lesser number of landlords coming out of the market. As your expression, sitting on their hands, they tend to be doing that now rather than exiting the market, which is perhaps good news.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing a lot of portfolio restructuring, some of it positive and some of it is more from a firefighting perspective because values have come off, borrowing levels have been high where people have had access to cheap money and they've gone out, they've bought more property, they've geared up on their portfolios. But also, I think the fear of the renters' rights was probably bigger than the reality.
Yes.
So a lot of landlords who hadn't exited in anticipation, I believe, will stick it out for the long haul. And I think that the rising rent picture, again, we saw that plateau a little bit. And now all of reports coming through is that we are seeing rent growth. And if you think about it from a stock in the market perspective and availability of new homes, if we're building less homes and there's less buy-to-let landlords entering the market, we're going to see rent growth continue.
Okay, well, that might be a good thing. So I'm going to say thank you very much, Lucy, for coming in today and giving us your expert opinion on the market as it is now. Thank you for watching. That was Industry Insights, our Property Matters look at the property financial market. I'm Stephen Galpin. Thanks for watching. See you next time.